All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so today we are going to come up with almost a complete website. Yeah, we're going to come up with something like this. Yeah, I hope you're seeing it is already looking like a complete website, right? Yeah, so this is what we're going to build. Yeah, so let's get started. We are just going to build on what we had last time, but today we're going to cover what they call cards, bootstrap cards. So this is a card. This one you're seeing here, where there's an image, there's some title, there is some content, a button, and something like a footer. Yeah, so that's what we're going to cover today, and we shall be able to come up with almost a complete website. As you can see, this is almost a complete website. Just requires a very few modifications and you can publish it. And it doesn't only look good here, but it also looks good on a phone. So on the phone, it looks like this when someone scrolls. Then maybe if it is a tablet size, it will look like this. In case someone is on a tablet. So you can see it is very responsive. Yeah, so that's what we're going to build today. All right, so what do we have already? This is where we stopped last time. We just did a navigation bar, then a carousel. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to build onto. Yeah, by having my cards down. Then I have this footer, but this one you'll go and make some little research about it, but it's not big. As long as you wrap the code around the footer tag here, yeah, just wrap it around footer tag, then you can do a div that does any kind of styling to the text. So here I just made the background color to be that, and also the text to be like white. Yeah, so for the footer, you'll make some research about it. Yeah, this is a footer that I'm talking about, this one here. Okay, then our cards are going to be here. All right, now you can see that it is expanding, it is using like container fluid. Yeah, so we are just going to make it to be half size like here, not half size, but leaving some space on the left and right. So how do we do that? First of all, when you look into our navigation bar, the code for the navigation bar, it is using a class called container fluid instead of container. So I'm going to remove fluid, then I see, yeah, now our navigation bar has left some space. Now it's only the carousel that is extending to the extreme end, which you may not like. So we also look for carousel, then we add a class called container. Yeah, so checking it out, yeah, now at least on that size. Yeah, then I left this to like either you can come here like on here, instead of disabling container fluid on this, you can put container on top, on the very top, like here. You can just add a class inside here and say container. So there, even the color will chop up to this. Yeah, but just let's leave it. Let's leave the crossbar to like this light. It's kind of like grayish color. Let it be extending to the end, and also the footer can be extending to the end. Yeah, but either way, you can design it in any way you want. I just capped the content which is inside to be leaving some padding. Yeah, so now let's start our cards. Yeah, so we saw this is a card, like this is a card. Yeah, this is also another card, and this is also another card. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in a column so that they are responsive. Yeah, the way we've been doing it. So this is where our cards are going to be. So the carousel is ending there, and there are some breaks here. Then let me just organize them in a good way. Can put like 3 breaks only. Yeah, so I put some break here. Then my cards are going to come here. So I'm going to put them in a container. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, in case you download the Visual Studio Code, that's how you can, in case you don't want to overcode, just type dot, then type the class name, so it will create a div tag, and it writes automatically class is equal to container. Yeah, so we have that class, then we're going to create a row inside that. Then within our row, now we're going to put different columns. So let's put 3 columns. Then those 3 columns, they are going to be occupying 4 grid columns. Yeah, so it's class.call, then another one, yeah, like that, another one. Then we can just leave it to call, but just for responsiveness, let's use medium screen, and it's set for medium screen occupy 4. Then others, it will be responsive. Yeah, it will be able to determine. So call this 4. Yeah, so my first card is going to be here. Like I can say first card. Then the second card is going to be here. Then the third card is going to be here. Yeah, this is just to show where they're going to be located. I'll remove them. So you can see first card is there, second card is there, and the third card is there. And then after, maybe I'll put, after all this container, I can put like few breaks, like 3 of them, just to put some space between it and the footer. Yeah, there are different footers. You'll search about them. There is one that can stick totally to that top. Yeah, but you'll make research about that. So can make some comment here to say that cards. All right. So we've not yet done any card. We are just strategizing our cards are going to look like. So we have first card, second card, third card. All right. So let's build just one card. Then once we understand one card, to save on time, we shall just copy and paste the code. Then we change the content. Yeah. So how do you build a card? You come where the first card is. It's going to be here. Let me create some space. Come back here. All right. First of all, create a div tag. Okay. That div tag, call it class and call it a card. Yeah, so it will get to know that now you're creating a card. That is the first like class that you need to type or to have. Then within that, you're going to have an image. You see the image which is here? Yeah, so this is going to be an image that you can put either on top or bottom, but we're going to go with top. You'll experiment with bottom. Yeah, then after that, you have what they call card body. So this is the card body. Okay, you have the card title, then the card body is here. Yeah, so after that, you can have, these are called card links. Then lastly, this is a footer. You can as well have a header. So the card we're going to build is also going to have a header. It's going to be slightly different from this one, but we just want to show all the properties that a card can have, all the items that a card can have. For now, we don't have anything. We're just serving like somewhere where the card is going to be. Yeah, so div class card. Yes, then in case you want a header, first put now the header. Div, then just say class. So instead of header, just add card, then header. So for everything, we just referring to the parent class, that is card dash header. So our header is going to be here. Yeah, so header, let's just say header here. We shall later customize it. Yeah, then once we're done with the header, we shall be having an image. Yeah, so an image takes a class, and that class is a card. Remember, everything we have on the card, we start with the parent class card, then img, then top. So that one will be, it will put the image on top. Yeah, so if you want it to be on bottom, just use bottom. Yeah, but for now, we want it on top. Then I'll have to get the source of the image. Now, it doesn't matter how big the image is. It is just going to go with the size of the card. So now that means in case we are not using column, you can give width to your card. Then for it, it can determine the height automatically. But since we're using columns, then it's just going to take the space of the column. So you can see that I'm already having the header there. So it's going to take the space of the column. So we don't have to give it width. If you give it width, and we're just going to look at it. If we give it width like 80%, it will be 80% of the column. Yeah, so now I can put the image img, then I'm going to start with that called the anonymous city. So you try to check. Now we can see that our card has started building up. So you can see I've used the same image which was here, like this size, same size. It is the same size that is fitting here. Yeah, but it is occupying just the width of the card. So, and that is the column. We fixed it in the column. Yeah, let's finish it. Then we shall try to cut the width and you see how it becomes responsible, how it is affected. Okay, so we're done with the image. So what is next? Once you're done with the image, then you need the, now we're going to be having the class body. Yeah, so if class, then card, it's card body, not class body, card body. So within the card body, we have the title, then the content. Yeah, so same thing. So the title here, even if you don't use div tag, I can use maybe like h4. And I say heading 4, then I can say class. This one is a card title. Yeah, so even if you don't use yeah, so we've not yet put anything, that's why it is. So we can say title here. Check it out. Now we can see it is there. Yeah, so we are done with the title. Now we need to give content. Yeah, so the content is called, you call it card text. So I can just straight away use paragraph. Then within the paragraph, I use the class card text. All right, so I can, here now you can write very many words. So you can say description of our card. The card content will come here. All right, check it out. Yeah, it has started coming out. Okay, now in case you want to add like a button, or a link, that one is called card link. You add it with your anchor tag. All right, so it will be like connecting. You put any link, so I'm putting hash so that it just refreshes the page. Then here it takes a class called card link. So that one will be known that this is a card link. So it can be like, let's just say link. Okay, check it out. So it is showing, that is the card link. Yeah, so lastly, now we have the card body. We can have the card footer after the body. So this one uses a div tag. Even if it is on one line, we can say class card footer. Okay, so this is the footer. All right, so you can see that now we have our card, which is looking, yeah, not yet that good, but fairly okay. So we can, I see this, we can make it a button. How? You can add a BTN class, BTN. So now it is a button. Yeah, but it is not visible well. So there are different types of buttons, but I'm just going to use BTN primer. It's about the background color, which you can customize later. So BTN primary gives it a blue background color. So in case I want to center all this, how do I do it? So maybe let me first put this in capital letter title here. If I want to center it, I can just say every content in this column or this row, Yeah, I'm just going to ensure that every card in this row is centered the way you're seeing these ones. So I'm just going to use a class called text center. Yeah, just come here to row, add that class text center, save it. Yeah, so now you can see that our card is centered. All the text is centered into that. Yeah, so now let's put in real content. We put in real content, then after we shall just duplicate that one into other places, then we shall be able to come up with this. So now you can see that we're very close to this. Yeah, so once we do one card, then it will become very easy for us to come up with a website, almost a full website. Yeah, cards make websites look very good. Yeah, so okay, so instead of having header here, what I can decide, I can just put space. You see, when you don't put anything on the header, it will look weird. Like it will be there, but it will not get the height that the header. NBSP means space. So if I put space, it means that there is something there, though it's just empty space. So we can do the same to our footer. Either we can put some content there or we can just put that. So I can do the same here and NBSP that. Yeah, so in case you want, like we can write another, and there are very many of them. Like this copy, we covered them in HTML. That one gives copyright like that. Yeah, so I'm just going to put space there. So my card is going to look like that. Now let me replace the content to give it some good. So now like here, I'm going to use the word Explorer. All right, so yes. So now on title, let me change it to anonymous city. Okay. Yeah, so it is now showing anonymous city. So let's make at least 3 lines or 2 lines just to make the content look better. So I can say that join us as maybe you move around the world. To look for this off-grid. I'm just putting any random words. Sorry. You can go to the next line, as long as this is not crossed, because I don't want the code to go to the extreme edges. So I can type here. Join us as move around the world to look for this off-grid unknown city. Maybe that. Yeah, so we have that. That's what we have. So you can add other things. Maybe you want to bold this, maybe you want to italicize it, anything you want. Or if you want the button to be down here, you can as well do the same thing. Yeah, let me add more content. Yeah, I want to have 3 lines. Yes, not bad. Yeah, you can even dictate when to break. I can say this, then I break here. I break off there, then it will look like that. Yeah, or I can even come here, this one that has it. Break here. Okay, so I can remove this. Yeah, this is just about making it look okay, but there's nothing so big about it. Yeah, so now we have our card. So I was talking about width. We can come here to card here, then we add custom width. How? You can use inline CSS, or you can use a class, then you go and style it in your custom.css. But for today, let me just use inline CSS. But it's not that much a good idea to use. So in case I want to use inline CSS, I use a style attribute, then I use width, then I can give percentage. So if I say 80%, it will be 80% of the column. Yeah, we terminate this so that in case I want to write another property, I can go ahead. Yeah, so you have to terminate to show that this declaration is done. So now you can see that it is occupying 80%. You can make it occupy 80% and center it, yeah, by using more CSS and everything, but I want it to use full width. I'm not going to use any of those. Yeah, so let's now build another card. I'm going also to build it by coding, then later on maybe we shall copy and paste. Yeah, just for I want them to stick in you like the classes that you're supposed to use. So let's build the second card. Yeah, where are we seeing second card? Here, we are going to build a second card. Just give some space for that code. All right, so we said we start with a class card like that. Okay, then within that, we can have the header, but it is a card header. Okay, then after the class header, we said we shall we shall not put anything in the header. We shall just put some space there. Then after that, you can have your image. Then this image takes a class called card img. Now, if you don't put this class, let me put it, then later on I remove it. You see that the image will just go anywhere. It will not be within the card. Yeah. So source img, I have my, yeah, this one of it. Okay, let me use this one of Dubai. Okay. So let's have a look at it. Yeah, we can see that the card is building. Now let me disorganize the whole website. If I remove this, I don't, okay, let me see. If we totally remove this. Just that we've said that we're already writing in a card, so there it may contain it, but just imagine if this is even missing, like card class is not there, and I'm just writing within the column. So you see, the image is on full width, like full dimensions, the height and width, and the whole website is now very disorganized. Yeah, so mind about those classes. So put them back. All right, getting back, very organized. Okay, so we're done with that. The image is okay. Yeah, it can have more classes for designing, for doing what. Then maybe what it's a good practice always put alt text so that in case it doesn't display, someone should know what is there in the image to display this text. Yeah, so you can as well add it here. It's an alternative in case the image doesn't show. Or as the image is loading or it has failed to load, then that is the text that will appear. So once we're done with that, then we need to start writing the card body. So class, everything starts with card body. Okay, then the card body can have, we said you can use heading. So we've used H4 and this heading this is card title. Yeah, now even if you don't put card title, it can display, but it's not a good practice because we want the website to understand what it is. It is good for the future. Like we're going to learn, you live here and you learn like as more bootcamps are coming, you learn JavaScript, you learn more CSS advanced. So some things may work on the site they are displaying, but you reach to style them or to try to access them and you can't access them. So you should follow all the rules that are required. Yeah, even if you can't visually see what it changes. So say by, yeah. So that is a title. Try to look at it. Yeah, read it there. Not bad. Okay, then we can have cut text, which is in the paragraph. Class. Like I said, even if you don't put cut text, it may display, but there are you falling outside the rules of using cuts. So yeah, I can put some text. Come we explore. All right, you look at it. Yeah, needs more content using actually it's just used 2 lines. I'll just go and remove this. I think they will be better. Yeah, that is better. So we can now write our we can put the links. This could be in just yeah, or it can even go up. It's good for readability of code. You have to ensure that your code is readable, like someone can go through it and they read it. It's even good for you too, as you trying to maybe add more things. So this say the Explorer. Okay, the text is Explorer. Then we said it should have a class called cut link. Looking at it, not yet a button, just add btn, then not yet blue. It's a button, but not yet blue. So btn primary. Yeah, they are more like btn success. It just changes the color. Yeah. So we're done with that. Now let's add the so where is the card body ends? It ends there. So I need to add the card footer. Okay, and we said we shall not put anything there, just some space. Then we can move these empty spaces and also here, just to make our code readable that this is a card, it ends here. Yeah, we can leave these spaces just for readability. So you look at it and it is okay. So now let's, I'm just going to copy this code, paste it here. I change just the image which is there. So the whole, this card, it stops here. So I replace it here where there's third card. Yeah, already working, but we change the image. So the image is a different one. Yeah, then we can also change, yeah. Yeah, we said you can use div, then give a class equaling to heading, like H4. It is the same, even Bootstrap has headings. Yeah, so here I can have different text, maybe. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, so we have these. How responsive are they? You try to reduce on the screen size. Then when you want a phone, this is how they look like. Yeah. So someone is asking the online link for Bootstrap. Okay, let's first finish here. I'm going to answer your question. Okay, so now this is what we have, but the website looks to be too short. So what I'm going to do, we can just copy these and maybe alternate the cards, but we can leave the same cards as long as you've now got the idea on what we are trying to build. So I'm going to get that all row. So the row starts from, it's not good to have in case you're not using it. So the row starts from here and ends where? Here. So I just want to mark it as I'm copying it. I'm just going to copy the whole row. This. Yeah, it ends here. Then I'm going to put some breaks, like 2 to 3. 2, 3. Then I paste another row like that. So this is like almost a complete site. But now here it is looking kind of monotonous. So we can put something in between. It can be either a line or just some text, but centered. So where is our, before we come to this row, where does it start from? It starts from here. So after breaking, maybe just twice only, I can put, now this will be like a full row. Yeah, you can put a row and maybe say you can put a row, then you just leave it, the column to occupy all this, the 12 like columns on the grid system. Yeah, so I can just say that row. All right, then like we said, we can center the text. I can say text center. Okay. Then within this row, so here we shall need to break twice. Yeah, so within this, I can put some text. Maybe I can put some heading 1. Now I'm just going to use this. I use H1. Then I can say flex cities. Okay. Like that, then I can put some paragraph. Yeah, like that. Then maybe in case you want to italicize it, you can do it. You can just italicize it like that. Would have bolded it, but this other text is bold, so it may not look that good. So yeah, and now this is what we have. So we have this, then we also have a carousel that automatically runs, or even can run on controls. Then now we have cards. Then we have this, which is kind of like breaking the cards. Yeah. Then after that, you continue having more cards. Then we also have a navigation bar. So this is almost a complete website. Most of the web, and it is responsive, but you've seen we built it very fast. You can build a full website in one day. Maybe like the functionality, but just the way it looks, you can build it very fast. Yeah. So also just to make it maybe look better, we can put some horizontal line in between this text like that. Yeah, you can do any styling, like changing the color, the text color. Yeah, like inline CSS. We said here, you can have your inline CSS by using style. Then you can set text color. And just set red. which may be weird. So if it shows this, it may show that it's not there. So just use either it is font color or it's just color. Again, showing no unknown. So let's just use color. Since it's already text, you'll be able to know. Yeah. So let's just use blue so that it all looks identical. Yeah. So like that. Yeah. So yes, this is what we wanted to build and we have it. It is same as what is here. Yeah, they look alike. Just that this one had some content in the footer and the header wasn't there. Yeah, but here what we built has header, also has footer, but there is no content between there. But you can add content in case you want. Yeah, but you can see this is, yeah, it's a full website almost. Then you can even see how it is going to look like maybe on a, maybe someone is using a tab. This is how it's going to look like. Then when they are using phones, the cards are going to become full width on a phone like that. Yeah. So maybe yeah, you can, the break, I think it over break, like this space may be big or it can be okay. Just the more wide spaces that you have within, you never net may make it look better. Yeah, but we can come and reduce on we can remove one of the breaks. So where the cards start from, they start from here. So I can leave just 1, 2 breaks like that. Okay, so any questions on this? You can send the question in the chat or you can unmute and ask. Okay, so let me first answer Olga's question. Was asking, how do you get, where can we get the online link for Bootstrap? Now, I told you how you can get started with Bootstrap. Just come to getbootstrap.com. That is the official website for Bootstrap. See, it is here. So click on download. Then they will give you different ways. Either you can download Bootstrap, like what I did. You download, then you copy the other bootstrap.mini or bootstrap.css file and put it under your CSS files. Then you add it here, like under style. You have to add it around here. Or just use a CDN. So a CDN is kind of like you're outsourcing, you getting the Bootstrap from online. Yeah, so that one, they give you a link here. CDN via just did. So just copy this and put it here on top. So that one requires when you have internet. If internet is off, the page is not going to display very well. Why? Because it will not be accessing Bootstrap. That is the only problem with it. But if you build in the website that is going to be always online, then it is better I use this. Yeah. So I hope I've answered you. This is where you can get Bootstrap from. There are different ways here. They are showing different ways because there are different systems that use Bootstrap. So they show others how you can install it on different like those systems. Yeah. Then that is mostly it. In case you want to learn about like cards, you can come here under docs and type cards. So you see cards, card style, card layout, card groups, grid cards. This is now like the best cards. Then they can show you how you come up with that. Yeah, there are more styles that we've not looked at. Yeah, we've just designed the best like card and the one which is so common. And I think it looks okay. As long as you have nice content, then structure this very well, maybe about the font type, maybe the color, maybe the size. Yeah, but it is also okay. It looks okay already. Yeah. So do we have any questions? Okay, it looks like we don't have any questions. Yeah, if you don't have any questions, then we're just going to end here. Now, we are soon ending Bootstrap and you look at Git, that is version control. So it's not that we've fully covered Bootstrap, and also we didn't fully cover CSS, but we introduce you, we explain to you what CSS does. Then it's about you to go and make more research, because if we try to cover everything, I think we can even take years and years. So it's about your practice. Now, I've showed you the most common used things in Bootstrap, like the navigation bar, the carousel, the cards. Most of the websites that you're going to visit, even if they are looking so beautiful or what, you're going to find that they are using those same things. So even if we are to look at the maybe W3 schools, yeah, now you can see, you can try to even guess how their Bootstrap is looking like. Fine, they try to use custom CSS in some things, but now you can try to see, in case they have different columns, or this is a card, they have a button here in the footer. Yeah, you see these, oh, these are cards. These ones are cards. Yeah, you can see these are cards. Yeah, so most of the thing, then they have some carousel here. Yeah, then another way of learning is you can right click on a website, go to inspect, then go to their, you go to here, you can see styles, like activate this. When you click on something now like this, I click on it, then I can see its CSS and also its like HTML. So here I can see that they have classes. Some classes are custom, they are not like Bootstrap. Yeah, but you find some which are part of Bootstrap, then others you find that they are custom. For them, they are customizing it in a way. But it's not that you can't see the code. You can see the code here. You can see the CSS here. You just look at the class, maybe W3, hide small, then come and look for it here. Then you'll know how they are styling. Yeah, so this makes you learn a lot of code, because these professional websites, they use a lot of tags and also a lot of styling, because they know very many people with different phones, different like maybe on a desktop and a laptop, they're accessing their website. So you have to ensure that every screen, even if the internet is slow, even if the page is not fully loaded, they have to cater for that, how the page should be displayed. So you will find a lot of things. If you go to like their headings, maybe this header, you find that they have a lot of meta tags, meta property, what. So you can see these, then search on internet. What does that do? What does it help you to do? Then from there, you're going to be learning a lot. Yeah, so that is one way of learning, is through inspecting very professional websites. Maybe YouTube, and you seeing the way it displays videos is very good. Go inspect it, then look at their meta tags, look at their styling. Yeah, all that. Okay, so with the interest of time, we are going to end here. Then we meet on a Wednesday. All right. Yeah. So thank you for attending. We meet on Wednesday.